Scott Bessent just admitted that Donald Trump doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and he did it on Fox News. And speaking of Fox News, Gavin Newsom is suing the media company for what he's alleging are lies that they told. And a Republican is blaming liberals and Democrats for the abortion ban in Florida. I'm serious. Before we get to all that, I want to just follow up on a video that did really well yesterday where Jasmine Crockett attacked Melania Trump and exposed Melania Trump for what is likely her illegal visa she got when she first came to this country. And in case you missed it, here is a bit of that clip.
Talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that Melania, the first lady, a model, and when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and was given an EB-1 visa. And what that stands for is an Einstein visa. Now, y'all that don't know, let me tell you how you receive an Einstein visa. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades.
All right, I mean, that's even better the second time I saw it. Well, Fox News got their marching orders because I'm sure Donald Trump was big mad about that attack, which went mega viral. And here he is. Here's Hannity doing his best to try to defend Melania Trump, calling her a pro model.
Well, I think English is either her fifth or sixth language, and
her fifth or sixth language, and she doesn't speak it very well, to be completely honest.
I think she's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Just saying, on top of being a top model.
Yeah, that's right. I just think the irony, and now the Democratic Party suddenly caring about someone's immigration status, and now suddenly merit matters to them. They have proven, and I think this discourse shows it, that they hate law-abiding citizens. They only like immigrants who come into this country illegally, not the ones who do it the correct way, like Melania, or like my husband, for that matter. She speaks, what, like you said, 6, 7 languages. She's modeled for British GQ, Sports Illustrated, Vogue. She is the paragon of style and grace, and has more class in her pinky than Jasmine Crockett has as a whole.
She only modeled for those publications after she became First Lady. That's not something she did prior to becoming First Lady. And it's really funny to me that Riley Gaines is the one talking about this, whose claim to fame is losing, coming in 5th place 4 years ago. And she's turned that into a whole career. Congrats on being a loser. All right, Scott Bessent, as I said, is in the news because he exposed Donald Trump and the fact that there's no deals. There's supposed to be 90 deals in 90 days. We got one. I think maybe we have one deal. And here's Scott Bessent explaining that on Fox.
What is the next country we should expect a trade deal to do with the United States? Are you going to be able to get some deal announcements beyond just the UK before this August deadline, where we're going to hear from the Court of International Appeals?
Maria, you know, with all things, they get done at the end. You have to put on a deadline. You know, as you and I know, nothing gets done in Washington well in advance. So I think a lot of the countries are feeling pressure. As President Trump has said, you know, he's created maximum negotiating leverage for Ambassador Greer, Secretary Lutnick, and myself by saying that.
Sorry to interrupt, but we haven't had him on the channel. I've missed him. This man is funny to me. And why is his eyes half shut, and why isn't he looking at the lens? Not important, but also he's just so bad at the media. He's so bad at the media. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
If you can't get to a deal, he's happy to go back to the April 2nd level. So we have countries approaching us with very good deals. We have 18 important trading partners. UK, China, they are behind us for now. Are behind us. And then Secretary Lutnick said yesterday that he expects 10 more deals. So, you know, if we can ink 10 or 12 of the important 18, you know, there are another important 20 relationships, then I think we could have trade wrapped up by Labor Day. So, we will have taxes and trade, which I think will provide a great stimulus from the economy. And then there's the deregulatory impact.
Labor Day is past 90 days, and he did admit there that they only have 2 trading partners right now out of the 18 major ones, and no one's coming to them to get deals. And do you believe that Scott Nutlick is going to be able to, Scott Nutlick? Forget his first name. Nutlick, I know is his last name, is going to be able to put any deals forward. He said 10 deals. I would like to see when that's going to happen. And notice that he didn't give a timeline on that. And this is just another example of the fact that Donald Trump has no idea what he's doing. He put in these tariffs in place with absolutely no strategy to get something done. And thankfully, he's pulled a lot of them back, but he pulled them back because it wasn't working. And I guarantee you we're going to end up in a place where there's either no deals or they're going to just sign the deal that they had previously, and Donald Trump's going to say that he got a win when he really didn't. But someone who is winning is Gavin Newsom, who I'm going to let Aaron Parnas explain this, but Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News for $787 million, and here's why.
Right now, California Governor Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News for $787 million, the same amount that Fox was sued by Dominion, for lying about Newsom's phone call with Trump. Specifically, Newsom is arguing that Fox News should pay Newsom $787 million after Jesse Waters, one of the Fox News hosts, claimed that Newsom lied about his phone calls with Donald Trump about the National Guard troops in Los Angeles. Remember, Donald Trump said that they had a phone call. Newsom said they didn't. Trump tried to show evidence of that phone call, but it didn't show evidence of a phone call the day before when he claimed there was an actual call. And well, now Newsom's lawyers are arguing that Jesse Waters' program intentionally and misleadingly edited a video of Trump to support the claim. It's interesting. Fox News has been championing Donald Trump's suits against CBS and ABC and these other media organizations. And well, now Fox News is getting sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown.
I do love that he's doing this. I think it's really amazing, too, that it's the same amount of the Dominion settlement, which is just smart, because then people are going to bring up the Dominion settlement whenever they bring up the fact that Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News. And if you don't know, the reason why Dominion got $787 million is because they settled the lawsuit with Fox News when Fox News was held liable for actually lying about Dominion. And so it is interesting that Gavin Newsom is suing Fox when Donald Trump is suing so many media organizations wrongfully. But this time, it sounds like Gavin Newsom might actually have the edge on this. And I do think that this is what we got to do. Fire with fire. Gavin Newsom seems to be one of the few that gets it. Like, we are in a completely different environment now. We can't be sending letters. We have to be taking action. We have to be using the weapons that they use on us against them. And I think this is brilliant. So hats off to him. And let's just end with this. This is just Republican insanity. This is gaslighting, where a rep from Florida is blaming Florida's Republican abortion ban on liberals. I just want to point out that Republicans have controlled the House, the Senate, and the executive branch in Florida for decades. Decades.
Ectopic pregnancy is unviable. In my case, I was 5 weeks pregnant, there was no heartbeat, and no ectopic pregnancy is viable. And that's so important because the mother needs care immediately. But unfortunately, women's health care has been subject to the worst politic fear mongering that you can experience. And so they had actually been receiving, these healthcare providers had been receiving pro-abortion lobby ads to the tune of millions of dollars being spent on these ads that were threatening and scaring doctors away from helping women, saying that they could lose their license, they could go to jail. In fact, in the room, I had nurses and doctors showing me these advertisements, saying that they felt uncomfortable because they didn't want to go to jail. They wanted to help me, but they felt like they couldn't do anything. So I literally was laying on the table reading them the law. And it dawned on me as I was sitting there with my husband, this is what women are experiencing because of the fear mongering around women's health care. And it has to stop. The left absolutely played a role in making sure that doctors and women were scared to seek out the help that they needed.
I laugh because of the absurdity, not because of the seriousness. I mean, you all know that the reason why doctors and women are scared to seek help is because Republicans have made it a crime to get medical care. It's not because of the left. It's because Republicans who are very much so in power, and because of the conservative court who have allowed this to happen, so that doctors feel like they can't just be doctors. They have to be, on some level, judges. And they should just be doctors. And yeah, women are scared. But women like this, Kamak, are a disgrace. She is a disgrace, and it's gaslighting 101. Well, thank you for watching. There's lots of news happening. Thank you for staying tuned with me. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to be one of the first to see the next video, and I will see you next time. Thanks.